This is KMCV Channel 7, the only local channel covering all of the CNMI.
KMCV News is on its way. Here's a glimpse of what's coming up within the next half hour. The Hotel Nikko Saipan won a small battle in Superior Court. We'll update you on the Article 12 proceedings. And the CNMI's #1 industry may be getting a little bigger. We'll tell you why more tourists are expected to flock to the CNMI. And for years, tourists have been spending money in a Garapan landmark. Today, a new and improved facility was dedicated. All of these stories coming your way next on KMCV News. Good evening and welcome to the Thursday cast of KMCV News. I'm Glenn Wakai. We'll have weather and sports in just a few minutes, but first, topping our news this evening. It was a step in favor of the Hotel Nikko Saipan. Representatives for the resort have taken a precautionary step in protecting themselves in the Article 12 case against them. The hotel's attorney, Marcia Schultz, asked the court to allow her clients to file a counterclaim for the value of the hotel. According to a court document, a counterclaim would entitle the Nikko restitution for improvements made to the property should they lose the case. The hotel's estimated value is between $60 to $100 million, which the original landowners would have to pay if they win. Superior Court Judge Miguel Demapan granted the counterclaim. Attorneys for both parties could not be reached for comment today. A Nikko court loss could mean and compel the hotel industry to close its doors and take its parent company, Japan Airlines, with it. But not all news surrounding tourism is gloomy. The number of tourists arriving in the CNMI is up. However, one thing all the islands in the Micronesia share are low return rates. Many tourist leaders from throughout the region say flight schedules are a factor. It's hoped that when a new airport in Japan's second largest city is completed, the trend will change. About 2 million tourists visit Micronesia each year. 90% are Japanese. A vast majority of them do not return to the islands. Some industry experts say that's partially due to a lack of flights out of Japan. A new international airport in Osaka will service the area's 13 million people by the start of 1995. Marianas Visitors Bureau Managing Director Bennett Semin looks forward to the new flights.
It will be a 24-hour operation that would allow more carriers to service the city of Osaka and Saipan. Not only more carriers, but more flight frequencies. So that would really boost our market from Osaka.
It's the first time operation the 24 hours from Japan. So I think maybe even the day flight and night flight will be coming from Osaka more and more. So maybe it's easy from Japan to Saipan.
4 airlines have applied for the Osaka-Saipan route. They are Japan Airlines, Continental Micronesia, Northwest, and United. Gretchen Elger of the Guam Hotel Okura says 3 of them will be awarded the routes.
The potential increased service the potential with the increased service is very, very high, because currently the strongest markets, at least for Guam and primarily for Micronesia, are coming out of not Narita, but out of the growing markets are Fukuoka, Osaka, which is also funneling into Nagoya, Sendai, Sapporo, those areas, because there are many more people who are either adventure seekers or people who are first-time travelers. So the new air service from Osaka should have great potential for the region itself.
The Commonwealth currently has access to 6 cities in Japan. Spokesman Frank Rosario says the Commonwealth Ports Authority has an open policy when it comes to airline applications.
Right now we are prepared for increased number of flights between Saipan and Japan. We have adequate people, adequate facilities, but there's always room for improvement.
Rosario hopes the new flights will be scheduled to arrive in the mornings or evenings.
If they come in the afternoon, for example, we may have problems. Right now you have Northwest Airlines coming in from Japan, and then Japan Airlines follows, and then Continental Airlines.
All 3 flights arrive within an hour. Rosario says studies and design work are already being done for a possible expansion of the arrival and departure areas. Tourists come for the tropical environment while alien laborers come for greener pastures. But the future for foreign workers aren't looking very bright these days. Nanette Miranda reports on how the Commerce and Labor Department is cutting back on the island's non-resident workforce.
The Commonwealth's economic slowdown means that the number of job opportunities are also slowing down. And the Department of Commerce and Labor interprets this trend as businesses needing less non-resident workers. For over a year, the agency has been trying to cut the number of alien laborers in the CNMI.
Those days of application in and permit out has disappeared.
In '91, there was over 25,700 non-resident workers here. That number went down to about 23,000 in '92, a 12% decline. Torres says that more cuts can be expected for '93.
I've been cutting left and right. We were probably rejecting about 50% of the applications.
The problem is many employers ask for a certain number of workers that, in the opinion of Commerce and Labor, doesn't match the company's business activity.
Several things can happen. These guys are not working, which is a violation of the law. Working and not getting paid. But when you show me a BGR that's 1,000, that's for 3 months, with 5 employees, you're in trouble already.
Commerce and Labor is therefore screening applications more carefully.
It's definitely a slowdown in the economy. It's harder to get a work permit. I do question when I look at your BGR and your number of people, we just cut you.
There's no exact goal as to how much more Commerce and Labor will cut this year. Torres says that placing a cap on the number of non-resident workers would be like placing a cap on development.
You can't issue a license, you can't issue a CRM permit, a zoning permit, or a building permit. Issue them, then say when it comes to labor, to Commerce and Labor, say, well, I'm sorry. We got your building, but we've used up our cap.
While the CNMI deals with its labor shortage, there's no shortage of drugs in the Commonwealth. ICE use continues to escalate in the CNMI. If there is any good news, it's that more and more abusers are seeking help. In the past 3 months, the Commonwealth Health Center has seen over 80 new patients enter its drug treatment center. We asked students at the Northern Marianas College how they feel about the ICE crisis in the NMI.
I don't understand why they're getting into it. I mean, what's the purpose of getting into it when you're just going to be sick? I mean, look at me. I'm drug-free and I'm having a great time. I don't need drugs to have fun. I'm pursuing my degree in I'm pursuing my education, and I don't know. I just don't see any purpose of drugs in my life or in the future or in anybody's life. It's useless.
It's not escalating, but it's sort of skyrocketing.
And how do you know that?
I know a lot of people who are really quiet or very nice, and all of a sudden they're like crazy because they just started using ice, and now their life's just all ruined.
What do you think we need to do?
I don't know. We got one program at the hospital to help people who use ice, but I think we need more. We need social programs to get kids out of trouble, keep them in a place where they could have games or something instead of going out drinking beer, then learning how to use ice and all that. Yeah.
No, I agree with everything he said. We need more programs and more activities for the kids to get involved.
They've become more aloof to other people that don't do it, like myself, and they're off in their own world, and it's hard to relate to them. It's hard to be their friend again. You know what I mean?
So what does that mean for you in terms of your friendship with them?
I feel like but because of ICE, it's dwindling, and there's no bond between us anymore. Yeah, so it's really sad.
I think it's really good now that it's very talked about, because unfortunately it took so long for people to realize that it's reached epidemic proportions. But I think they're taking one of the most practical approaches in education and all the workshops that you see and things like that. So that's very good primary way of getting at the root of the problem. trying to get people to know what they're dealing with, and that it's not the best thing and it's not the cheapest thing, not the cheapest habit to get on.
Coming up next, the retirement fund will soon retire from its present location. We'll tell you about their new building and more on Article 12 and how it's affecting your chances of financing a home or business. Land alienation affects everyone planting roots in the Commonwealth. Gone are the days of easily buying a home on credit. Tonight, we examine how a lack of title insurance covering Article 12 claims is hampering your chances of getting a mortgage. The risks are high. Ask almost anyone dealing with developers, and the response will mirror that of Pacific Title Vice President Kim Anderson.
Yeah, we're seeing very, very few foreign investors. As opposed to like last year, the bulk of our business this last year has been people, fee simple owners, local people that are mortgaging their property, and that's been most of our business. We see very, very few leases and new investors out there.
What's also not out there is title insurance against Article 12. Pacific Title made a decision 7 years ago to exempt Article 12 from its policies.
But we have no way of determining where the money came from to acquire the property, either by lease or by fee simple acquisition. So we just don't know. We can't. So that's why we can't offer any sort of insurance against that.
The lack of Article 12 insurance has forced most financial institutions to refrain from extending mortgages. That means you'll be hard-pressed to finance a house or improve your property. A bill sits in the Senate which may iron out a few clouds regarding the court's interpretation of Article 12. It will essentially force plaintiffs to reimburse defendants for any improvements made. It limits attorneys' fees and places a 6-year statute of limitation on Article 12 claims.
This bill doesn't change Article 12, and it doesn't change the intent of Article 12 at all. All it does is give guidelines, I think, to the judicial system as to how they'll interpret it.
Even if the bill becomes law, Anderson doubts if her company will begin insuring against Article 12.
There are a lot of problems with titles, not only in Saipan, but worldwide. And so title insurance is a really valuable tool in creating stability and giving people a guarantee in a world where there aren't very many guarantees.
Article 12 is being widely discussed these days, but there's also insurance problems with Article 11. Tomorrow we'll look at this lesser-known section of the Constitution. While some struggle for a new home, the Retirement Fund will soon be heading to its new home on Capitol Hill. Retirement Fund Administrator Thomas Aldon says the present location in the Nauru building is just too small and not very accessible to its members.
And we, as we grow in both retirees as well as active members, we would like to be in a better location and a better access for the members.
Aldon says the new space will be 4 to 5 times the size of the old one, allowing the agency to rent to other businesses in need of office space in that area.
And the reason for that is that we want to have office spaces for rental as well. Since we are locating the new office up on Capitol Hill, we have made a feasibility study, and based on the study, there is great demand for office space up on Capitol Hill.
The new office is expected to be completed in October. Aldon says the retirement fund currently pays $24,000 a year in rent. That money will be put towards paying off the construction costs. And as the retirement fund gets ready to settle into a new home, a local retailer settles into a bigger building. This morning, the ribbon was cut for the new duty-free Shoppers Galleria in Garapan. It took a year to complete the expansion, which more than doubles the shopping area of the old store. The new DFS Galleria features a number of designer boutiques. The retail outlet is aimed at visitors to Saipan, but hopes to attract local shoppers as well. The Galleria was dedicated in memory of former President Thomas Picaro. And joining me now is Longshot Willie. You going to be shopping at the new Galleria?
Yeah, I'm going to try. It looks pretty nice now, the outside. I haven't been in the inside yet.
Looks very nice from the inside, too.
Okay, we got the All-Star starting lineup in the American and National League. And PIC trumps on Marianas Resort in the InterHotel Basketball League. In the InterHotel Basketball League, the Pacific Island Club is on a roll. They challenged the struggling Marianas Resort in a contest that was no match for the front court of the PIC. Let's go to Ada Gym for the hard court action. The PIC team scored pretty evenly. Here, Desh Prasad hits the jumper in the first half. Then Obdin hits the long shot to increase the lead and end the first half 36-26. Marianas Resort tries to rally with this short jumper, but PIC was just too much as Brewhart makes this basket. Everyone was scoring for PIC. Steve Bond drives to the hoop for 2 points. Their guards were contributing a lot as Munoz makes this fast break. Rebounding was PIC's forte as Brewhart gets an easy basket on this 2-on-1. Yoshi Gabudan goes baseline to sink the basket. Marianas Resort makes the three-pointer, but it was too late as PIC wins 72-49. After the game, we talked to Coach Edwin Menez.
We came out here just to play our best, okay? And we told the team that we'll take the game one at a time. So we played good, and I'm happy for them.
Yeah, towards the second half, Bond and Brewhart were really on today.
Yeah, they're the cream of the team. Brillhart, Band, and Cassie. Most of these American guys are so aggressive, that's why we have this advantage.
Your only loss was to...
Against Nikko Hotel.
Nikko Hotel.
Yeah.
When do you think you'll meet them again?
I hope in the finals, if we have the chance.
Okay, so only one loss, right?
Yeah, so far only one loss, and our standing is 3 win, 1 loss. And since Hafadai backed out, so we considered 4 win, 1 loss.
Well, you've got the two of us for the next few minutes, whether you like it or not. Welcome to Tag Team Weather. If you ventured outside today, you know it was hot with a daytime high of 88 degrees. I'll let Willie tell you about our regional temperatures.
Starting off with our neighbors in Rota and Tinian. The temperature there was 87 degrees. Palau was under sunny skies with 86 degrees. Guam posted 88 under sunny skies. Yap's temperature was 85 degrees. Pohnpei, along with Marjaru, today posted 86, and Chuuk was under partly cloudy skies with 85 degrees.
Marjaru, cock-a-doodle-doo. Moving right along to the far reaches of the Pacific, Manila was hazy with an 86-degree reading. Honolulu was under sunny skies. The mercury there climbed to 88. Hong Kong posted 86 under cloud cover. Tokyo had rain showers and temperatures in the mid-60s. Seoul's temperature today was 81 under hazy skies, while Taiwanese endured 88 degrees. In Sydney, the temperature was 65 under sunny skies.
Seas tonight will be slight to moderate 2 to 4 feet. Surf conditions 3 to 5 feet on northeastern clockwise through southern exposures and 1 to 3 feet elsewhere. The first tide this evening is due up 11:26 with a high tide of 2.3 feet. The tide will drop to a low of 1.2 feet at 5:21 early tomorrow morning.
Take a breather there. The sun will set at 6:52 and will reappear tomorrow morning at 5:59. Tomorrow's forecast calls for partly cloudy skies with isolated afternoon and evening showers. Winds will be easterly 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts to 25 miles per hour. You can expect a high temperature tomorrow near 90. And that's it for our weather report. It's the bottom of the hour, and that means it's time to get out of here. Did you enjoy that weather forecast, though, Will?
Sure, it was fun.
Okay, maybe we'll do it once in a while, not very often. Everyone at Marianas Cablevision would like to thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.